Hi all, it's day 6 of Bell's Palsy and there's not much to report today either. Started off again in the morning. Last night I put some ointment in my eye. It's this Hydroscan stuff. It's meant to sort of protect your eye overnight. Tried that out for the first time. Putting it in was fine, but then trying to seal it up, I must have got some on my eyelids and stuff, and that made the tape, micropore tape, really difficult to put on, and it just kept coming off, so I had to dry out the top of the eyes and so on, put it on. But once it was on, it was fine. Woke up in the morning, took the tape off. There was still some white hazing, but not as much as it has been without any, so I think it does sort of protect it a bit more overnight. So if you are sort of suffering from similar things, I think an ointment underneath the tape does work a bit better than just doing the tape itself anyway. So it might be a good idea to go and do that. Again, toothpaste, spitting it out, no difference there. Still can't control my face, like lips, to actually spit the toothpaste and water out properly. Eating food, not enough control really to do anything still properly on that. It was the second time I've been to the acupuncturist today, so went there in the morning. It was a bit different from before, I think, because I was the first person in the morning up there today. The room I got pointed to wasn't as warm, anywhere near as warm as it was the last time. Last time it was like a sauna sort of heat. I dressed for it thinking it would be similar temperature this time around. Had a t-shirt on. It's cold weather outside. I drove down there, but once I got into the room was a lot colder, but they put a heat lamp on the face, so next time maybe probably if I go, it'll be dressing a bit more in between. I don't know what the rooms are meant to be like, or if there's any sort of set standard when they do these things, but yeah, the process again was about 25 minutes. I didn't feel as much this time when he put the needles in. Last time I came back it was feeling numb and so on. This time I left, it didn't feel of anything. It just felt literally needles were in. I was after about 25 minutes and walked out of that place, and I didn't really notice anything. I'm not sure if you can hear like the rain outside now. It's quite strong. I drove down there because it was raining in the morning, but when I drove down there wasn't any sort of rain. It had sort of calmed down by then. On the way back from the place, however, it was pouring down. There was loads of rain everywhere. I had to put the wipers on and put the heating on to sort of demist the actual windows and stuff. That was a bad idea. As soon as I put the heating on to sort of demist it and so on, my eye just started watering up. Every 2-3 minutes I'd keep dabbing it to sort of clean it out while I was driving. This was a 30-minute drive or so back, and if you're a professional driver, I don't know how you're going to drive around with Bell's palsy, just recovered a bit more, or if you do, fair play to you, that's a lot more than I could do. After about 30 minutes I was ready to just leave the car parked up and not get back on it for the next week or so. I have got another appointment for the acupuncturist on Thursday. I'm hoping that the weather's going to be better. If not, I might take a cab down there. Driving down like that wasn't really pleasant. There wasn't a lot of traffic, which played better for me, but if there was, it was a lot of stopping and starting. That might have probably made the whole journey a bit worse. In terms of effects, when I went there today, he went through the sort of tests and so on just to see if there was any progress. He said there wasn't any sort of progress, so he goes, but the good thing is it hasn't got worse. He goes, and normally the first couple of days it gets a lot worse. The fact that mine sort of stopped here, it's better apparently. Again, I don't know if it would have been exactly the same without any sort of treatment or not. If it were, like I said, there's lots of things online with people where after about 3 months or 3 weeks and so on, 3 weeks they've sort of gone to the same stage as I am. 3 months they've sort of recovered. But well, I'll have to see on that. After leaving the place, I did go down to the supermarket today just to pick up some stuff, and one of the bits I sort of didn't expect is picking up. Went into the freezer section. It's a bit colder. That played havoc on my eyes. I was not even there for long. Just walking down the aisles, it was just a lot colder temperature. That just made them sting, drying out or getting colder quicker. will probably try to avoid that as well, staying out of there if I can, or do that like last thing on any sort of journey. But the rest of the day, it's generally been okay. I've been at home, it's been okay. I've had a bit of pain across the top of my eye, over the top there. It's been like a hard sort of headache, pain type thing. I'm not taking any medication with the steroids at the moment. Steroids? I think I only got about a day left of taking them, so that should be the end of them. With the steroids that I'm taking, it's this prednisone tablets. I didn't know too much about them. I just looked a bit online today about some of the side effects that they do, and it's probably a good thing that they are running out today. I'll probably do another video on that just to say what those side effects are if you are taking them. Again, like puffy face and so on, it does, but what they are going to do is like an anti-inflammatory type thing, and they stop pain and they suppress stuff. So it'll be a bit interesting to find out once I'm off them, if I start getting more pain or if it's bearable, or what it's like. Again, it's all just hit and miss at the moment, just seeing how it's going. In terms of the facial stuff, again, I don't think there's any sort of difference whatsoever, but I'll go through the tests again. The first one's a frown. The next one's lift both eyebrows. The next one's lift right eyebrow. Then it's lift left eyebrow. It's close both eyes. It's close right eye. It's close left eye. It's wrinkled nose. Flare nostrils. A smile. Kissy face. Sad face. And puffed cheeks. Again, not enough power to keep that in. I don't know if I should just keep doing some of these exercises anyway. In all the videos, it's probably just to indicate a better recovery for myself rather than for you lot out there. Today was the first time I actually took some of the videos that I've been recording, and the first one I think I'm actually going to upload today. Hopefully get them all done by the end of tomorrow maybe, and just upload it to YouTube just to get them up there. They're not helping, well, they're not going to help anybody else just sitting on my computer anyway, so if they can help someone else, hopefully they will. And that's it basically. So that's what today's been. Tomorrow, again, I think the weather outside's quite bad, so probably not going to be getting out that much, and Thursday's my next actual session with acupuncture. I'll probably report back just saying if there's any sort of difference with what's been done today. Like I said, I felt a lot less from it on the face than I did the last time around in terms of leaving the place. If there is any sort of visible difference whatsoever on there, I'll probably tell you by probably Saturday or so from the 2 sessions on there. Yeah, and that's it. So hopefully catch you tomorrow. Sorry, one more thing before I do sign off. There is one thing I want to talk about. It's actually drinking water and eating food and so on. With the food, I still can't eat properly. I can't control the food once it's in my mouth fully on one side. That's not as much of a problem as the eye is anyway. But drinking water, what I have found is if you drink out of a pint glass, it's a lot easier and to drink the water rather than the normal size glasses. People say they were drinking out of straws, but I found straw way too difficult to control all the water and stuff going in. But a pint glass is quite large. If you're not from the UK, they're just a bit larger rimmed glasses that you can get online probably, or from the stores, and they can actually, for me, I find it easier to put it in my mouth and actually take the water in than anything else. So if anybody else is at the moment struggling to drink the water, try a larger rimmed glass on there, and what probably help you. So yeah, see you later.